Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and this is Neil Kesterson with Dynamics Productions. I don't know if you guys ever saw the original audio series that we did about 2 years ago. It pretty much went over kind of everything audio, from the low budget to the more expensive budget, as well from the newbie to the expert. We try to help you out and explain to you what type of mics, what equipment you're going to need, kind of what's going to fit your budget. And Neil does all the talking for this for the most part, because I'm still learning every time we do this. I'm sitting behind the camera and I'm going, oh wow, why have I not been doing that? So anyways, I'm going to let Neil kind of explain to you a little bit about what we're going to be going over here in the next 4 or 5 videos over the next month or so.
Okay, first thing we're going to do is just do a general overview from the microphone to the mixer to the recorder to the camera, and just touch on that, and then we'll go into more detail on each individual section, such as a microphone. We're going to do a little bit different this time. We're going to do general basic microphone, how to set it up, what they are. Then if you want to go explore further, you can get into more detail about the different types of microphones and exactly how to use them in different situations. Same thing on every component in the system. So enjoy. What I want to do now is just a general overview of the components, typical components that you would use in location audio. Using a DSLR or a small video camera, the biggest challenge is the audio quality and the audio inputs on the camera. A DSLR, such as a Canon 5D, has just a micro input or a microphone on the camera itself, and I'm sure that if you've used any DSLR with audio, it's left you wanting more. Well, these components that we're going to have, you don't necessarily have to have the exact components that I have, but similar items, and I'm going to teach you throughout this series on where to find these, things you can rent, things you can buy, things you can borrow, and ways around some of the cost issues that arise when you're doing location work. So the first thing that we always have to have is a microphone. Now, I am about 10 to 12 feet away from the master camera, and it is actually recording the level of me talking on the camera through the onboard microphone. And we're going to do a little test right here, and you will hear the microphone that's on the camera right now. And then we will switch now to the lavalier that is on my shirt, and you will hear that I sound much clearer, much more concise in what you hear. The microphone that's all the way over there on the camera, 10 to 12 feet away, is just like hearing something 10 to 12 feet away, but yet if it's zoomed in on my face, it's a disconnect to the viewer. That's why we have to get a microphone in close to the source. So the various microphones we would use, here's a lavalier microphone. This is a typical lavalier found with a Sennheiser wireless system. This is a hardwired microphone. It happens to be a tram, and it has a hardwired connector that we would plug into a recorder or a mixer. We have a boom microphone. It is a very directional microphone that is held overhead or below out of camera view, so that it has a more natural tone than a lavalier that's right on the chest. This is a shorter version of a shotgun or a boom microphone that's used in closer quarters. And finally, we have, for the boom microphone, if you're using it outside, you would stick the boom microphone inside this, and you would have some protection against the wind. You have a telescoping pole to allow you to get out of the frame, over top of the person talking. Moving on, we have a transmitter that is on my belt from my lavalier, and I have the receiver here, and it's plugged into our recorder over here. Right in the middle is a mixer. This is a field mixer. It's an older model. I believe Shure still makes these. A mixer is a mixer is a mixer. It can be different brands, but basically we take many different sound sources and convert them into like line level or mic level, something that will go to a recorder, such as direct into a camera or into a digital recorder such as this. The most important component besides the microphone are headphones. And if you don't listen to what's going on, then you have no idea if everything's working correctly. You can look at a meter on the back of a camera or on a recorder and say, oh, I see it moving, it must be good audio. If you don't listen to it, you have no idea on if it really is, because there could be bad hum, it could be distortion. You should also do that if you're a camera operator and you have audio going directly to your camera. The camera operator should also wear headphones. So in the next section, I want to go over when you would record audio separately, when you would record it into the camera, some of the common problems that we have using small video cameras and DSLRs, which I know the majority of you out there are shooting these, and audio is one of the deficiencies of DSLRs especially. So tune in next time, we'll talk about that.